All right. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening, guys? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to Live 365. Venus flytrap voice. WKRP in Cincinnati. Ben Bryant, good morning. Breaking the tape. My brother Dave loves when I say that. He's cutting the tape today. Rolling the tape. Breaking the tape. We are back. Back in Maine on a snowy Saturday morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, fabulous Fred Turner. What's up, Dad? Rachel Berlin is here. Good morning. Tamika Donahue jumped on. Good to see you. Asheville Drywall. Good to see you, my friend. And the fellas from Premier Ponds. That's probably Ben as well over on Instagram. So good to see you guys. Happy Saturday from Benedicta, Maine. Up here deep in the woods of northern Maine. Not really. Southern Aroostook County. Yeah, where the men are men in the Good morning, Joe Spack. What's going on? We got Florida represented, Wisconsin, Maine, wherever Ben Bryant is from. Yeah. Starting at 8 a.m. shop, or we just keeping it loose again? Get out of here, kid. Come on now. Yeah. Dave Droppert, or is it Dropper? I don't know. Or Dave D. Ropert. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming. Alicia Berry, what's happening? Good to see you guys. What is going on? Yeah, after some sort of delay, I think it was 3 hours yesterday in Chicago, Maine. Managed to get out of the gate and then get in the plane and then sit for another 45 minutes due to ground traffic. Good morning from the Bahamas. Justin's mom. Good to see you. Elizabeth Greer. Yeah, what's happening? Yeah, once we landed at O'Hare, I was like, oh, this isn't good. The whole board was lit up, delayed. I'm like, that is not good. Premier Ponds. Oh, hey, good morning, Peter. Another pond builder from. I got Premier confused with Ben, which is Superior. So love it. Good to see you, pond dudes out here. Love it. Yeah, get into the old Terminal E at O'Hare, and I was like, this is not good. There's people everywhere. I'm like, yeah. So rudeness factor goes to 10, immediately because everybody's stressed. So I'm bobbing and weaving and looking around, seeing what's going on, trying to take stock of how I might handle this. And I did what everybody else did, sit around and wait. So it was good. It was fine. Actually, I had a couple of coaching calls that I was going to be trying to juggle later in the day when I landed. And so I was able to get those done, just kind of posted up in a corner of the airport and got some work done. So, yeah, Paul Tarasuk is here. Premier and Superior are not the same, just very similar. Yes. Which one is more grand? Is it Premier or Superior? And if they were numbers, which would Premier be a 9 and Superior be a 10, or would Superior higher than Premier? Anyway, let you guys figure it out. Man, you guys do some nice work. I was out at the Water Garden Expo speaking for on the 12th, which was Thursday, all day. And, at the end of the day, they did some awards. And, best pond builder, most creative, and, the artistic and all that. These guys are throwing some stuff together that's just amazing. In fact, where is it? Hang on a second. I grabbed a copy of this Pond Trade magazine. I met Lauren Nolan. So they had a booth there, but the pond, some of the work these guys do is in this magazine. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't know where to start. So I know we raise hell here on the call and everything and pretty much make fun of everybody, but you guys do some good stuff, so keep it up. Potato. Yeah. Greenleaf. Only 3 airports that had delays. How unlucky. Yeah. Well, I sat down at a gate and they were boarding one flight. So I'm like, all right, this isn't bad. It's not shut down. So things are going to move. It just needed time to catch up. So Yeah. So I don't know. Let me ask you guys: do you guys think it's acceptable to chew tobacco on a plane? Like just be spitting in your jug during the flight? I'll wait for your answer. That's what I sat next to. And the governor of the once great state of Maine was on the flight. So I'd tell you what I think about that, but that would break the rules of doing politics on the live. So we'll leave that one alone. But yeah, the governor was there. So I don't know, not too many people recognized her, I guess. Yeah, it was kind of gross. Yeah, smelling like this wintergreen stuff the whole way, and it took me a while to pick up on it. But I'm like, man, he's been drinking that little drink, but he never raises it above here. I'm like, yeah. Use of tobacco on a plane, probably a federal offense. All you rule followers out there, probably get this dude thrown right in jail. I figured I'd leave it alone. Shoot. Always something. People be people, and when you get out in public like that, it's just amazing to watch how people move and whether they're courteous or not. So anyway, I won't get going on that because afterwards Wendy will tell me, you need to let them. Just let those people do what they do. I said, okay, all right, I'll settle down. Dave Howard, good morning. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Always know it's Saturday when we see our man Dave Howard, who didn't consult me before he changed his work schedule a while ago. So we don't see him as much during the week. But anytime we get a Dave Howard on, it's a good day. So good to see you, my friend. Peter Christensen is here in the house. So, yeah, good to be back. The other Studio B for Benedicta. We're up here, and I think the snow is going to be tailing off. Pete, what do you have for snow down there in Winterport? Hopefully not much. Doesn't look like anything major, but we had some nice days last week, and it just kind of teases you. You're thinking, oh, yeah, boy. Yep, get the T-shirts and the shorts out. It's going to be spring. Nope, not yet. Greg, just ask Catherine to pass my spit cup so I could listen to this. Yep, you're that guy. Oh man, there's nothing's sacred, just anything goes today. So I already hit you with a reminder in the comments. You know me well. Yeah, where is here for you? Steve, are you asking me or everybody on here? 6 inches ish. Wow, 6 inches in Winterport. We are in Benedicta, which is about an hour north of Bangor, Maine. 2 to 3 inches in Windham. So yeah, I got some fun stuff planned today. Dave and Danielle are here. So we're hanging out, and got here about 9:30 or so last night. And because of all the melting, the driveway was a sheet of ice. So we were scratching around on that, but we got in. It's all good. That was 3 20-hour days in a row of being awake, and so I slept pretty well last night. It's a long day when you travel, and then when you're at an event like that, you're up early, you're going all day, then you're out to dinner. Had some great meals with Bubba and the crew. So got to see Josh Baker. Josh Baker came over from, I think, Tulsa and hung out. Had dinner with him. So Tuesday heat stroke was 73, and now 6 inches of snow, man, at 33. Yeah. Yep, that's like what do they say in Maine? If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. 2 inches in Saco for those of you that aren't from Maine, say that. So yeah, I got thinking I didn't want to start a new 10-day series until Monday. It just seemed like Monday is a good day to do that. So I wanted to continue to just bounce around a little bit on things that were coming to mind. And one of the things that was coming to mind on my way home and on the flight, I was listening to Marcus Sheridan's Endless Customers book. Listened to that for a while. It's good stuff. And he said something about momentum at one point, and got me to thinking about, we got a Dustin in New Hampshire. Got me thinking about momentum. So I want to talk today about the fact that momentum matters more than motivation. Okay. And, sometimes you can get motivated. You might wake up on a day like today, motivated or not, right? People love motivation. right? That's the truth, right? Motivation feels good. Motivation gets people fired up, right? Throw on some Thunderstruck and let's go. LFG, right? Some mornings you don't, though. Some mornings you wake up and it's just not there. So if your progress depends on motivation, probably going to struggle. Good morning, Brandy. Good to see you. Check out Kemp Marketing. Guys, if you have a business, throw the link in. Let people know what you do, where you're at. Post it up. So, yeah, momentum is different. It works differently. Momentum comes from consistent action, okay? Showing up when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it, when you're traveling or when you're tired, or as last week or whatever, was it last week? Yeah. When you might be sick, right? Do the best you can, right? Even when the conditions aren't perfect, okay? Dave says, you guys get me motivated. That's why I show up at 8 sharp. That's right. I love it. There's actually, what is it? Newton's law of is it physics or motion? Yeah, first law of motion, I think it is. An object in motion tends to stay in motion, right? An object at rest tends to stay at rest. An object on the couch or the recliner tends to stay on the couch or the recliner. An object that's out doing things tends to stay out doing things. Okay, see where I'm going with that? Think about how true that is in life, right? Like if you're just sitting still, it's hard to start, right? You don't get going. If you don't start, you don't get going. If you don't get going, you don't keep going, and then you don't feel like moving, right? It's just a vicious cycle, vicious circle. Once you stop moving, it becomes easier to keep going, right? That's why you'll often hear leaders say something like, it's easier to steer something that's already moving than it is to get something moving in the first place. Like once the train is rolling, you can adjust the direction, okay? But if the train is sitting still, you got to overcome all that resistance just to get it started. It's like, if you didn't have power steering and your wheels were cut all one way and you weren't moving and you got to do it the other way, it's hard, right? Versus if you just started moving a little bit and then the wheel just turns, okay? Honestly, that's one of the things that I've learned from just doing this video every day. Good morning, Jess Novak. I don't want to go to the gym today, but here we are. Yeah, good deal. Love it. Yeah, one video on this streak for me didn't change anything. Not one, but 443 of them. Yeah, now we're building something. Now we got something going. The voice gets a little clearer. Confidence grows. The message sharpens. Momentum builds. Okay? Momentum builds. If you guys read Atomic Habits, James Clear, there's a great line in there, and I mentioned it in one of my talks this past week. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person that you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Think about that. Every time you show up, every time you take action, you're casting another vote for the person that you're becoming. Interesting way to look at it, right? Here we go. So let me ask you something. Right? Where in your life do you need more momentum right now? Might be your business. Might be your health. Could be your mindset. Drop it in the comments. Steve Mullen says, showing up. My dad taught me to be early. If you don't show up early, to telegraph that you may not leave enough slop time so as to not disrespect the other guy. Yeah, for sure. Early's on time's late. 5 minutes late, don't talk to me. It is a great book. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, Steve. That's good stuff. Matt Ferry says a good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week. Patton. Yeah. A lot of great quotes from that guy. Yeah, the big secret most people miss is that momentum comes from big dramatic moves, right? They think that, right? Kind of a myth, right? It doesn't. You've heard me say this before. It just comes from small, consistent actions repeated long enough. Just keep showing up. Yeah. Dave, you deserved it. Okay. And I warned you plenty of times. I even called Dad and said, I think I'm going to fire Dave today. Oh, shoot. Yep. And here we are. Plan without an action. Without action is not a plan. Yeah. Oh, man. Motivation starts things, guys. Momentum finishes them. So here's a challenge today. What's one small action you can take today to stop building a little momentum? You did deserve it. That was hard. Just one action. Just build a little momentum. Just get going. What's that? Journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, something like that. Right? Don't you guys love how I butcher everybody's quotes? At least I don't try to claim them as my own like Bubba does. Yeah. Listen, guys, you don't need to feel motivated every day. Okay. You just need to keep moving. Just keep doing a little something, one foot in front of the other. Because once momentum starts building, it starts carrying you forward. You're leaning forward. You're not back. Okay. And that's where the magic happens. We get going. David, life hands you lemons, make lemonade and vodka. Climb that mountain. Dude, he's been sending me videos all week of while I was gone of him sitting here and imitating me. He's got the hat and the headphones on. He's like, listen, we've gone up the mountain. Now we need to go down the mountain. I'll play some clips later for you, Greg. He's been torturing me all week. That's good stuff, though. And I know it was hard for him to go downstairs and not be up here. So, guys, where do you need momentum in your life right now? Take a look at that. All right. Get moving. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. Okay. So get moving, do some things. Nobody's going to do it for you. All the stuff, right? Yeah, Greg, we'll set you up. Climb that mountain. Plant that flag. Dave's going for a 5-mile walk run. All right. That's why I show up here. Good deal, man. So happy to see you out there doing that. I know how much you love it, and I know how much a part of your life it's been over the past 30-something years. You're like a staple in the Maine running community, so seeing you not be able to run is not good. So get out there and do it. Get out there and move. So, yeah, guys, have a great day today. Life gives you lemons. Dig it. No, that's the garden one. Oh, man, that was funny. So we'll bring him on for another guest appearance. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. We'll see what's happening. He runs a pretty tight, busy schedule. It's not easy to get, and I'm not sure I can afford him. So going to need a lot of motivation after this weekend, just trying to recover from baby. Oh, was the baby born, Ben? I didn't know that. Yeah, push-ups, my challenge now. Ooh, born about 8 hours ago. Congratulations, Ben, and your wife. That's awesome. Yeah. Do we have a name? Wow, this is our first live 365 baby, I think. Big news. 60 and 60 seconds at 60 years old. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's great, Ben. I'm real happy for you. That's great. So, it's funny when I left the hospital with Bailey, I'm like, you guys going to give me some sort of a manual for this thing? Because I'm not sure what to do with her. They don't tell you what to do. They say, have fun, make sure you got your car seat and everything. I'm like, okay, then. Yeah, congrats. That's awesome. Super proud of you, man. That's great. My name is Ben. Oh, the baby is on here already. Yeah, it's he named it Superior. Oh, shoot. Not mentally thinking, LOL. No name yet. Well, it'll come to you. Should we name it? Girl, boy, weight, hair, no hair, etc. I need all the facts, Wendy says. There's your detail person coming in hot. Good stuff. Well, pretty special time to enjoy. Expanding the family, all that. And it was very good of you to do it in the off season. So you have some time to settle. It's good stuff, man. I start guys that have heard me speak or seen me speak, I always one of my first slides is me in a picture of Bailey, and I just start out and say I'm Bailey's dad, and I say that it kind of centers me because nothing else matters if I don't get the dad stuff right. So it's just a cool moment. That takes me a second to just think of her for a minute and go, you know what? It helps me not be nervous when I'm speaking. Helps me say, you know what? This whole thing could go sideways today. It doesn't really matter, right? So my vote for the name is Chalupa. Is it cute? Of course it is. You ever seen that reel with it? They get a picture of the ugly baby and they're showing it to people and they have them on FaceTime and they don't know it and they're like, oh boy, and they're like, oh, you're on FaceTime. Oh, he's so cute. All babies are cute, right? Oh man. Well, that's good stuff. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and your support and everybody else that jumps on all the time. Hit like 377 or 78 subscribers on YouTube. So it's creeping up there. Speaking of all stars, Bubba Hogan just jumped in here. Are you still driving, my friend? I know Bubba had like 20 hours of driving ahead of him when he left OKC. So how about Bob for a name? Oh, shoot. That fair reminds me of a Seinfeld episode. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Hey, Ben, if we keep this going, it could go right down a rabbit hole. two B's and Bob. Yeah. All right. Update us later, Ben. Appreciate you. Proud of you. Happy for you and your family. And humbled that you jumped on the live 8 hours after the birth of your baby. So 25 minutes away from the port. Bubba, drive fast and take chances, my friend. It's good to see you last week and appreciate the time we're able to spend together. Nothing too bad happened. So life's tough lesson. Don't name it Bob. Life's hard when you're Bob, right? Oh, shoot. Yeah, we had some fun with people this weekend. People would walk up to Bub and say, what does the WWBD mean? He'd look at him kind of quizzically and say, means what would Bubba do? And they're like, he goes, I'm Bubba. Oh, the silliest thing takes right off. Debbie said hello. Yeah. So we go into Cattleman's in, I don't know where we were, Shawnee, Oklahoma, or someplace near there. Had to drive 400 hours to get from the hotel to the steakhouse. And the poor waitress that had to work on us, she's probably, would you say late 60s, Bubba? Think the movie Kingpin, the landlord. Anyway, Bubba worked her over the entire time. And he pays for that by leaving a big tip. But we had a lot of fun. She was in stitches, and she kept coming back to the table. And Bubba, he'd have another one for her every time she came over, and she just left shaking her head every time. But I think we made her night fun at Cattleman's, and I think she'll remember us. And the sheriff came to see us toward the end. The guy out front that was the security guy. And I thought we were really in trouble then. we had to drop that Bubba was a 26-year retired deputy. That got us out of that one. So guy had a taser and stuff. I mean, I think it could have got serious. So anyway, you always have to have your head on a swivel when you're hanging out with Bubba. You never know what could happen. So yeah, well, guys, hey, thanks for joining on Instagram and Facebook, and we're live on LinkedIn and YouTube and all the tubes and all the things and all the platforms, and we're worldwide over here. So guys, have fun. If it's snowing, if you're here in Maine and it's snowing or you got weather near you, please be careful. We want to make sure you show up tomorrow. So Steve says you have dozens of running friends, run about 50 races in Maine and announced about 75. How come we've never run into each other? I don't know. We got to get on the phone and chat. Maybe this week, Steve, we'll catch up a little bit. I know a good friend of Andy's, the only other race announcer that I know. Always loved to hear his voice when I was walking into a triathlon transition area in the morning. Just you hear nothing else. Like the music would come down, you hear Andy, and you'd be like, "All right, we're here. It's time to go." You know, the hat goes on backwards. Time to rock and roll. So love that guy. So So yeah, I'm surprised we haven't run into each other. So I probably have run as many races in Maine over the years, and some well, some not so well. But prestige worldwide, superior prestige worldwideness. Yes, we are. Paul Blart, the Mall Cop. Guys, Dave Zemchek, thanks for jumping on. You guys that watch it on the rewind, I appreciate you. David, get up here and make us some breakfast. We got things to do today. Guys, I love y'all. Have a great day. If you need me, let me know. Take care of one another, and I will see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. sharp. Take care, guys.